everybody, I'm back with another upcycling tutorial. I am going to be covering these boxes here with beautiful Lokta paper. I'm just using scraps today, and I'm also using this metal pole I picked up from an Etsy shop, and I'll provide the link in the description below. You will also need some metal brads you can pick up at a craft store, and a pair of scissors, and some spray adhesive. Okay, so I'm working with scraps today, so this project's going to be a little bit more complicated than when you have a nice large sheet of paper to work with. So I am just going to cut this down so that I have just enough to fit the length of the box, and then I'm going to cut down another small piece in order to be the flaps on either side of the short part of the box. So I know that this might be a little bit complicated, and if this is your first upcycling project of this kind, then I would recommend checking out my other videos on these projects because I think they're a little bit more simple. Alright, so I'm just making sure that I have enough paper to cover all sides of the box, and now I just take it outside and spray it with the spray adhesive. You want to make sure you're in a well ventilated area. And now I've just put on the two flaps on either end of the box. I'm just going to wrap it up the side, but I'm going to have to trim down that excess piece there. It's just going to fold down onto the box, but there are more steps when you're just using scraps, and I don't feel like it's as durable when you can just use one piece to cover the whole box. So I'm just going to fold down those flaps on all four sides, and then I will have to trim off the extra paper before I can fold it in, but I'm using those extra little pieces in the corners of the box just so that in case there's any white spots showing, at least it's being covered by those little pieces that I just put in the corners. Okay, so now I can just fold down either side of the box and then work on the rest of it. So I'm just going to position this about in the middle of the paper. And because I already trimmed it down so that it's just the same length as the box, I can just wrap up those sides, and in this way I use a lot less paper. I still need a small piece to go down the interior part of the box, and I took that outside and I sprayed it, and it fits right inside. Okay, so now on to the metal pole. Again, I'm using my paper piercer in order to make holes in the box, and then I can just slip in my metal brads, and I'm just using my paper piercer in order to fold down those prongs. And I'm using a Heidi Swapp stamp for the label in the front. It just says every day, and now I can just slip it into place and it's all done. So if you want to catch up on some of my other upcycling tutorials, you can click here for that complete playlist, and I think these are a little bit easier to follow along with. Alright, if you want to check out more pictures, please check out my website at pepperandpine.com. Thanks for watching.